Welcome to day 3 of our devotional on balance. Today we are looking at the importance of having balance in our lives, and we're going to be continuing to look at in Ecclesiastes, the 4th chapter, and the wisdom that Solomon has to offer about vanity. He calls things vanity when we really could say they're foolishness, or it doesn't make sense. But really what he's saying is that there's a root of pride in some of the behaviors that are inappropriate. And if you haven't read the book of Ecclesiastes, I encourage you to do so, because Solomon was wise, but it's also quite an enjoyable book in the Bible to read. It has a lot of insight and wisdom, and it is actually considered one of the poetic books, and so you may enjoy that part of it. So let's get started by looking at Ecclesiastes 4:13 through 16. We're in the New American Standard Bible, and it says, "A poor yet wise lad is better than an old foolish king who no longer knows how to receive instruction. For he has come out of prison to become king, and even though he was born poor in his kingdom. I have seen all the things under the sun throng to the side to the second lad who replaces him. There is no end to all the people, to all who were before them, and even the ones who will come later will not be happy with him. For this too is vanity and striving after wind." Okay, and so this really is talking about understanding the importance of balance within the context of making ourselves have humility. Okay, so this passage is looking at the importance of balancing ourselves as both a consultant and a consultee, or basically being able to be teachable and having humility. The scripture starts talking about the difference between the young lad and the old king, and basically saying, look, at this old king is not teachable. They're not willing to learn anything. They think that they are the sage on the stage. They think that their way is the only way, the best way. And that is problematic, because that king later on, and as we go through the verses, is finding himself replaced and not able to get what is important to him as he's moving forward. And so it's important that we understand that is not wise, that's not what God will want for us in balance for our life. Sorry, I'm going to start that again. That's not what God will want us in balance for our life. That this old king is going to be replaced by the young king, because the young is teachable and the old is stuck in his ways. And that stuck in his ways person is later on in the passage is replaced by someone else. Why? Because their is vanity. And striving is what Solomon refers to it as. In other words, he's saying, listen, you're not going anywhere if you can't grow. You're not going anywhere if you can't develop. You're not going anywhere if you can't move on beyond what you think you know into a place of learning and being made well in different ways. And so he's encouraging us to understand the significance of being humble and putting ourselves in a position where we're willing to learn and grow and let people speak into our life and teach us. Because when he saw all this, he saw that the old man wasn't able to be taught. He also saw that young lads would quickly come and replace that old man. And the reason for that is because he's not teachable. So he's not dynamic, not growing, and not changing. We don't want to be the people who are easily replaced. We want to be the people who find humility and find balance and are able to play whatever role is necessary for us to continue to grow, change, and help other people. And so sometimes you're the teacher and sometimes you're the student, and you need to be able to be okay with that. And so I want to encourage you to spend some time in this devotional passage of Ephesians. No, you can read Ephesians too, but read Ecclesiastes, the 4th chapter, and begin to do the deep work of yourself. Are you able to be both? Are you both a student and a teacher? I hope that you are. I hope that you're growing. We're praying that you are healing, living, and growing. And we're going to encourage you to continue to watch our devotionals as we go forward, because we want to continue to share good information with you. And we want your prayers as well. So if you would keep praying for us as we're praying for you and watching our devotionals, we'll see you again next week with another devotional series. Until then, be blessed.